Did you know you can stretch taco meat and make it last for many, many meals? And this is what I've done all the time, honestly, for like the last 20 some years, because I had morning sickness so bad from taco meat. I figured out how to not have to cook it very often, even though Mike would prefer to have tacos at least once a week. It's just one of those things that I don't like cooking that often. I'm just being truly honest with you. So I normally cook around 4 to 5 pounds at a time. So I take the meat out of the freezer. These are 2-pound packages that have been defrosted. So these are 2 pounds each, so it's 4 pounds here. If I was buying a package at the store, I would normally do 5 pounds at a time because that's what the package came in. But I would do the taco meat, cook it all up, and then I put it in dinner-sized portions back into the freezer. So I have cooked one time and I have taco meat for a month or for many months, just depending on how often you use it. So I didn't realize that this simple hack, which I always say is the first step of batch cooking, is something that other people don't do. So whenever I'm making any kind of ground beef, if it's for taco meat or meatballs or meatloaf, I'm trying to see how I can spread out the meat as much as possible. And by doing that, I'm sneaking in vegetables into our meat all of the time. So for tacos, I will add things like zucchini and squash and cauliflower normally to any kind of meat, and people don't notice. Mike has always thought that it was just onions that I was adding, but I've actually been sneaking in cauliflower and zucchini for ages. So he didn't know that until I started social media and started posting about this, that there's actually been cauliflower in his meat for a long time. But I also add peppers into my taco meat, which helps spread it out a little bit further, and things like black beans. So I can make this 4 pounds of meat turn into about 6 or 7 dinners worth for us. And it's all wholesome ingredients for our family. And then we make our own taco seasoning, because if you didn't know, we're an allergy family, and those packages of taco seasoning normally have gluten in them for sure, but they have additives and different preservatives in there that are not good for my body. So I always make my own taco seasoning. Up until now, I've never used a recipe for it. I just make my taco seasoning by dumping a little bit of this and a little bit of that into a bowl until it looks right, and then I use it. So everybody in my family is starting to be grateful that I'm writing down some of these recipes, and sometimes they just change over time also. So we will be posting the recipe that I'm currently using for taco seasoning, and you can make the same taco seasoning at home. I normally don't mix up large quantities. I just do whatever I'm going to need for that day. So it's not sitting in my drawer, in my spice drawer, not being used. I'd rather have it in the single ingredient form. We have smoked paprika. There's chili powder. I know I have a big one in the other room. Cumin, oregano. Oh, I have a big oregano too. And then this is a organic garlic and herb that I get from Costco. It's just my favorite. So anyways, we're gonna make taco meat. Make sure to follow along on Instagram. We are the Cross Legacy everywhere. Hit like and subscribe and share with other people. Make sure to check out our grocery solution course, which is available on thecrosslegacy.com, where I teach families how to use a grocery budget of $135 per person to have wholesome food for your families all month long.